Hey guys, Scar9 here, and welcome back to my channel today. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to save a lot of time in the Leviathan raid. Now, if you guys don't know, there is a single encounter in this raid called the Castellum, and you have to complete this encounter 4 times in a single Leviathan raid. This is the encounter where you have to defend off some kind of enemies, you have to kill a major enemy, grab his giant staff, and then you have to repeat this 3 times and slam it on the door that you're going to go into next. It's kind of like getting different keys and unlocking different doors, but it's really annoying. Total, it takes like 20 to 40 minutes since you have to do it like 4 times, and overall, it's just a tedious step. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to go between every single encounter using the secret pathways underneath the Leviathan, so you will never have to do this encounter again. So what you're going to want to do, this starts off by going to the underbelly section of the Leviathan. So if you guys don't know, you unlock this by pulling the levers in a very specific order. This order is 1, 5, 3, 2, 4, 6. I will have the video in the background as well as the combination on screen to help you guys out. You will know that you did the sequence correctly whenever the text "the way is open" pops up on the bottom left hand corner of your screen. You can do it with any amount of players. Here I do it solo, but it's recommended that you do it with 6 since you are doing this to complete the raid. So then you run up the side of the Leviathan and you go to the top left section where you will find some pipes, and then you will enter the darkness section of the Leviathan. So you're just going to follow me step by step here, and I'm just going to be explaining what is going on. So if you don't care for my voice or you don't want to listen, you just want to watch the video, go ahead and do that. I have some of it sped up because this guide would be like 20 minutes long if I didn't. If you want to see it at normal speed so you can follow it a little bit better, just turn on YouTube's half speed setting. But essentially, you're just going to go throughout all of these rooms. You don't have to worry about any of the enemies. And in the room with all the enemies, you go to the far right corner into that room. And then you can hide behind this little wedge so they can't shoot you and jump up. And then you're just going to continue running around through these rooms in the exact same order I do. Essentially, just making sure you're going through all the right pathways and doorways to make sure you get to the bath encounter as quickly as possible while not losing anyone in your fire team at the same time. And the important thing is that you get to this room where all the ground rocks are, because that's how you know you are extremely close, because that is when the first sun token appears above the door, and that will lead you to the royal pools room. So you're going to eventually get to this jump puzzle thing. It's a little bit spinning. It's very easy to follow. You just have to make sure you don't fall off, because if you do, of course, you die. And the spawns in this area are a little bit wacky. So if you die here, you may spawn like a mile back. I'm not even kidding. They spawn you some pretty random locations. It's very weird. So when you're done, you're just going to go through that door, and you are pretty much at the bath encounter. You're going to go up some ramps. You're going to follow some straightforward hallways that it's not hard to do at all. And whenever you get to the end, there's going to be this door here, and it's going to open up, and you're going to find yourself in the Pools of Soul encounter, or the first real encounter in the Leviathan raid. Now, if you don't know how to do this encounter, I will have my guide to it linked down in the description, but it is pretty easy. Now, whenever you finish, you're going to go to the right room. It's a very giant room, and in it, there are going to be 4 activatable worms or cornucopia things on the wall. Now, these can only be pulled in a certain order, and you know that they've been pulled correctly whenever you pull one and it stays down. That's going to be the first one. Then you experiment to see which one's the second one, because it will stay down as well. If one of the cornucopias goes down and then goes immediately up, you have done it in the wrong order. So it's very easy to tell when you have done it correctly. When all 4 have been pulled in the correct sequence, there will be another "the way is open" text in the bottom right hand corner, and you will be able to go through this vent right here. Now, this path is by far the shortest one we're going to be going over in this video. Once again, I have sped it up 2 times, so if you want to slow it down, use the YouTube function. But it's pretty straightforward. You just go through these hallways, and eventually you're going to come through some enemies. You're going to skip past them, going this glowing tube, and then you will be in a drainage pipe. And then you run all the way down to the end of the drainage pipe. Now, it takes a little bit of time. It's a very long pipe, but this is pretty much the only thing you have to do. Right on the other side of that door is the dog encounter. Now, it's not opening for me because I'm not at this checkpoint. However, it will open for you once you do it. So whenever you finish the dog encounter, you're going to step on that gold switch that I just shot. It will open the door, and then you will run back up the drainage pipe. Now, the path from Pleasure Gardens, or the dog's encounter, to the next one, the Gauntlet, or the circular running jump puzzle room, this is the longest. So I'm going to have this one sped up. I'm going to try to have some meaningful, let's say commentary on the top of it, but there's nothing really I can say about a lot of this stuff. So you're going to jump up this service tube. You're going to be in this weird room. Sorry, it looks so weird when I turn when it's sped up. Hopefully no one gets too bugged by that. But essentially, you're going to know you're going the right way whenever you come to this crawl space that is super annoying because you can't sprint through it. You have to crouch and just walk. So this is sped up gameplay, me walking that slowly. This will take a little bit of time. It's still faster than doing that Castellum encounter though. So you're going to have to open this door, make sure you're holding that switch. It doesn't always give you a notification, but you can still hold X or whatever it is on PlayStation to open it. Then you're going to go through these hallways, pretty straightforward here. And don't fall down that tube. I did that. That's why there's a jump cut there. You're going to want to follow that room with the chalice. Now, this purple one, that's how you're going to get to Emperor Calus a little bit later. So the way from the Gauntlet to Emperor Calus is literally going to be this section backwards. So if you learn it here, then you can stop watching the video once we get to the Gauntlet. But if you do want to make sure you are going the right way, keep watching after that. So you're going to keep going down these hallways, super straightforward. You're going to open this room. There's going to be more enemies after you jump down. Once again, you can skip them. They don't matter right now. If you don't know, you can kill all the enemies, unlock a secret chest room, but those don't matter unless you have the corresponding keys, and that's a whole nother video for another day. As a side note, in this room where you're walking on the pipes, this is an extremely good opportunity to troll any of your friends if they are not the types of people that rage quit every time they die, or if you keep pushing them off over and over again. So maybe just once, push a teammate off, act like you didn't do it on purpose, something like that. It'll kill some time, it'll be pretty funny, and then you can continue on to the Gauntlet encounter. And then you continue through these hallways until you get to the room with the hanging plants, and then when you get to the end, you will pretty much be at the Gauntlet encounter. You'll just have to jump through one of the hidden pools. It's very straightforward. Just follow what I do in the gameplay and you will have no problem getting to this encounter at all. Now make sure you guys are all on the elevator because that's how you start the encounter. And whenever you finish the Gauntlet encounter, you will have to take this same elevator back down, and that is how you get quickly between this encounter and Emperor Calus. So you ride the elevator down after completing this, and then there will be 4 of the cornucopia things that we pulled earlier on these pipes, and you will again have to pull them in a certain order. Once again, if they stay down, you pulled it in the right order. If it goes quickly up, you have to try another combination. That's just how they seem to work in this. Now, whenever you get them to go in the correct order, you will have to jump down the very last pool there at the end. You'll see gameplay of that in a second. We're just showing you guys the order to pull them in right now. So it's going to be those 2. And then the far 2, just like they're doing right now. The way is open, you can see down in the bottom left-hand corner, and then you can jump through that final bath. I'm going to have it sped up one more time just because it does take such a long time. You're going to go through all of these. Once again, you can skip any enemies. You don't have to worry about any of it. And essentially, you just take the backwards path how we did last time. So I'm going to let this gameplay play out. I pretty much already commentated over all of this, told you guys all the tips I can for this area. There's nothing really more for me to tell you. So I hope you guys did enjoy this guide. I hope you guys enjoyed all the gameplays, the shortcuts, all the helpful tips and all of that. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating and to share it with your friends. At the end of the video, if you are interested in any of my 4 other guides regarding the actual encounters within the raid, you can click the links in the description. I will have some of them linked on screen as well. So if you're interested in those, make sure you go check them out. They're pretty short. This one is very long. Those average from like 3 to 5 minutes. They're very short. So I hope you guys enjoy those as well. But thank you guys so much for watching today, and I will see you in my next video.